What's going on? It is Jason. Woo woo. Ariga, that's a mighty good coupec. Whoop woo. I just whoop whoop twice. Too much whooping. Alright, let's go ahead and see if my audio is sounding okay. What's going on? It is Jason. Woo woo. My audio sounds good. Ariga, that's a mighty good coupec. Whoop woo. I just whoop whoop twice. Too much whooping. Alright. Audio sounds okay. I think we're gonna be okay. We'll just dial it. Ooh, what did I do? We'll just dial it up a little. There we go. Alright. Here we go. Alright, how's everybody's week? Oh, let me say hi to people. I always forget to do this. But I want to say welcome in. Alright. Alright, here we go. Alright, how's everybody's weekend going? Mine? How was everybody's last week? My last week was filled with some editing, some heavy workload. Wasn't too bad. It was a good week. It was a good week. Week rolled into this weekend. It was a pretty decent weekend. Thursday night, Celebrate Recovery was off the chain as it normally is. So, and I came into this weekend, watched the church service today, but I kind of want to talk about some gory stuff that I watched over the weekend, which I find super interesting. But first, I just want to give kudos and a shout out to each and every one of you, because we just hit 4,000 watch hours, which is phenomenal. Yeah! So for those that are new to the channel, my name is Jason. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I just hit 4,000 watch hours. I got 795 subscribers. I'm 205 away from hitting the goal, and I'm super excited. Every Sunday I go live and I dive into what happened the weekend, and then we dive into some YouTube analytics. I bring you along and share my stats with you guys and the progression of the channel. Not every week's positive. There's some times where the channel takes a dive, which is okay. I'm bringing you along with me. It's fully transparent because we are walking through it together. I have a little bit of a setup. I got a switcher. I got my talking head cam and my MacBook here, so we're able to actually go through all the analytics together. So I'm excited. Welcome. Glad you're tuning in to the live. What are we gonna dive into? Well, first, I do have a video coming out. Probably won't drop until tomorrow. Took me a little bit longer to put together just because of my workload, but I'm excited to drop it. And plus, I wanted to film some stuff with my barber because it is on the letter H, which is haircut. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get in with my barber when I needed to, so therefore I just pressed on chopping the video together, and I will be dropping that probably tomorrow. But this weekend I dove into the third series of the Monster, a trilogy or whatever that series is. I think the first series was the Jeffrey Dahmer story, and then the next one was the Mendez brothers, and then this third one was Ed Gein, which was intense. It was they did a really good job with the thing, because not only did they have the story of Ed Gein and, you know, that character, I think Charlie Human, the guy from Sons of Anarchy, played the main character. But they also interweaved into the story how Hitchcock took inspiration off the Ed Gein story, and he was able to make the movie Psycho based off that, and then spin it and fast forward a few years later where they utilize inspiration again, Ed Gein Story, for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So a little bit of Ed Gein sparked some interesting films that went going forward, because I think this all took place in the early 1900s. The gentleman was disturbed, to say the least. He had some issues. And what I like about the Monster series, it breaks down just the idea of, are monsters inherently just natural, or are they created in a sense? So it's left up to interpretation based on you, the viewers who are watching these series, which they are very graphic. The Jeffrey Dahmer one wasn't, and the Mendez brothers, mediocre, but this one, the Ed Gein one, was pretty intense, and it was very graphic, and it had some suspenseful things in there, and some jump scares, and they did a really good job with it, I have to say. And so, yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. Very disturbing. I don't like recommending movies to other people just because I have a warped sense of enjoyment watching strange things. Like, one of my favorite films is Dogtooth. I don't highly recommend the films that way, because I recommend them based off my preference, and then if somebody watches it, they're like, what? That was freaking weird. What's wrong with... Because Dogtooth is in that realm of being kind of a unique film. But anyways, needless to say, this was a very intense film that was done on Netflix. So again, it's the third series or installment of the Monster series that they're doing, and so I watched it. I actually binged it, so I'm tired because I didn't get much sleep. So the guy was very disturbed and interesting. So apparently, I guess they not really embellished, but they hyped up the sense that Ed Gein, got traumatized by watching or seeing photographs of dead people in piles from World War II, the Nazi thing, and therefore it triggered something in his mind. Or was it World War? I can't remember which World War it was. But anyway, it was some of that tragic traumatizing of his mind as a kid, seeing dead bodies in a pile. And then in turn he sexualized that whole thing, which is very unique and weird, and it became a thing. So and then he had a very interesting relationship with his mother, Augusta, I believe her name was. And then the actress who played his mom, I remember her from the Roseanne show. I can't remember her name. Forgive me, I spaced the actress's name, but it was her. She did a really good job too. So, very intense. Let me see if anybody's hopped on here. So, oh, what's up? Oh, thanks, Joe Schmo. Appreciate you popping in, saying hi. Yeah, catch up It's going to be on there later. So thank you for hopping in and showing some love. And thank you for being one of those who helped me reach 4,000 watch hours, man. So we're doing it. Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Back to the gruesome story of Ed Gein. Yeah, there's some interesting things in there that I kind of... And then there was like this relationship with this woman who had this uniqueness to him, and they formed a very interesting relationship. She was her own character, and I think I don't know if it's dramatized, that relationship between Ed Gein and her. I think her name was Adeline Watkins or something. Can't remember what it was, but anyway, yeah, she had a very unique position in being the one who gave him the material that Ed Gein had to basically get this whole journey of this disturbed thing started. And yeah, and then after that there was some situations where he murdered a couple people, and then he would also dig up graves to include he tried to get his mom's, but he couldn't get his mom, and he took this other lady's, and then he would take their skin and make unique pieces of furniture and accessories, which is, to include a mask of sorts. So very disturbing. So don't recommend to watch if you are squeamish and can't stand that little gory stuff, because it does have some gore in there, but it's not all gore. It kind of dived into some interesting things, went a little bit into the history of Psycho, very kind of small storyline there with Alfred Hitchcock, but overall, yeah, I think they did a really good job with it. I mean, I binged it, so not really my thing. I don't typically watch a lot of horror, gory type films, but that one was interesting, so had to give it a watch because I like the monster series. So, but all right, what else do we want to talk about? Yeah, that's pretty much we decorated for Halloween. So maybe I'll go get some shots and share with you guys later. Next week probably I'll get some shots of all the Halloween decorations. Got those all set up. Me and Judah, we decorated. He was really amped up to get some decorations going. So yeah, and dude, Paul, thanks for stopping in, man, and dropping a line, man. Appreciate that. Yes, thank you, Paul. You're a mentor of mine, my friend. I enjoy your positivity, your support. Yeah, you're a solid dude. Thank you. You're across the pond. Paul, True North, he's across the pond. He's got really solid content on his channel. Go subscribe to him. Watch his stuff. He's inspiring. So, got to give you a shout out, Mr. North, for being an amazing dude. So also follow him on LinkedIn. He's got a pop in LinkedIn as well. So motivational speaker of sorts, really solid, he can really deliver on camera. The guy, or just in general, he's just got a really solid disposition where you can talk to him, and he's eloquent in the way that he speaks, and he's just a solid guy. So, and he's got that accent, which is really nice. All right. What else? Decorated for Halloween. So me and Judah did that. We took the kids to the zoo this morning because it's a blistering 80 degrees today. So the temperature was way down here in Phoenix. So yeah, we decided, since it was only 88, I think is what it got up to, we'll go ahead and take the kids to the zoo. And it was a good day to do it too, because it was, the temperature was nice, and kids got to go walk around the zoo, see some animals. and they had a lot of fun. And we did it the same time 2 years ago and got a picture of Judah with the goats. They have a little petting zoo, and it was cute. So I saw a picture of Judah doing it when he was 3. He was this little fat, chubby 3-year-old petting the goats, and then here he is today doing it at 5. And Rayma's 2. She's in there. So that was a lot of fun. And then we came home, decorated, and here we are. I've been working on this letter H vlog, the letter vlog that I'm doing. I'm on letter H. I'm kind of slow rolling these, which wasn't the original plan. The original plan was I was going to pump out several of these a week, but I just workload and my motivation to dive into them has not been where I want it to be, and I'm just being honest. And I get little hits of creativity where I want to really go and do it, but then I get slowed down by either the kids, spending time with the kids, the fam, or my work is taking me away from doing it, or the recovery stuff I'm doing too. So I got multiple hats that I'm wearing, and I try to be balanced and respectful to all the areas in my life that need my attention. So, yeah. I'm making an excuse. Basically just making excuses right now because I haven't been able to pump out these letter vlogs as fast as I wish I could. But I'm dropping one tomorrow, letter H. It's on haircuts because I went, and I don't know if you can tell, the beard is shaped nicely. It's got a really nice shape to it. It's not all, it's not all out there. It's got a really nice shape. Got that done, the haircut. Just, it's a little sloppy right now because I've been wearing a hat. But got the haircut and the beard shape. Went and saw my boy Jamie at Verone Barbershop. Dude is a phenomenal barber. He's a surgeon with the scissors and the clippers. The dude's good. So I was hoping to film a bunch of B-roll with him, but unfortunately I wasn't able to when I wanted to. I did ask him, but obviously he works for a place that probably needs permission to be in there filming, so it kind of turned into a thing. So unfortunately I had to press go on it, but maybe down the road I'll get some B-roll of him cutting some hair because he's a solid dude. So look forward to dropping that video tomorrow. All right, without further ado, I think we can go ahead and dive into some analytics and share those analytics with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll minimize that. We'll hop over here, do picture. What is going on? That was weird. What? Hold up. So, what keeps happening? Why is that doing that? Oh, why does it keep doing that? See, this is what happens when you there we go. This is what happens when you let your kids play with sorry about that. My kids were just pushing all kinds of buttons on this thing, and anyway, let's get into it. All right, a little technical difficulties there, bear with me, I apologize. All right, we're gonna open up YouTube. Man, everybody is dropping a couple videos. They're dropping iPhone 17 videos is making me really want an iPhone 17. I'm seeing all kinds of cool videos about the iPhone 17. Makes me really want one, but I just got a new phone not too long ago, so there's really no need for me to get one. So, and the Meta glasses, I do have those. These are prescription. They're not the newest Meta. The new Metas have the little display inside of them. Mine aren't that. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. But let's go ahead and let's dive into YouTube. What, buddy?
Do we have any of those things that can make the garage door have those spooky things on it?
I don't know.
I thought we did.
Yeah, but Daddy's doing his live. All right. Love you. All right, and let's get into it. Gonna go into analytics. We'll go into YouTube Studio here. Here we go. Right here is the good news. Congrats, 4,000 watch hours. That is awesome. And then we'll go into analytics. All right, here's what the channel's done in the last 28 days. We gotten 20,000 views, 112 watch hours, and 18 new subscribers. Whoop whoop. I like to compare weekly stats, so I'll take this week and compare it to the previous week and show you basically how the channel's done. So how I do that is I go up here to custom, I scroll down to here, and then that is a week's view, and then I hit apply. So here is what this week has garnered. 3.6 thousand views, which is about average what I normally get. Anywhere from 3.5 to 5,000 is the typical views for a week. 23 watch hours, and I've gotten 6 new subscribers. Whoop whoop. All right, so that's what I consider the top 3: views, watch hours, and subscribers. All right, here we are for this week. Now I'm going to go ahead and go up here to advanced mode, and then what I like to do is add a comparison and compare it to the previous week. See, period over period, hit add. All right, so yeah, a little dip this week compared to last week. Last week is in purple, this week is blue. So the previous week I got 4,600 views. This week I only gotten 36, so 1,000 different. Not bad, but it makes sense because I didn't really drop any videos this past week. I didn't have any updated videos. I wasn't really posting shorts that often, so therefore there wasn't a lot of traction on my channel. So I understand why the dip happened. And then yeah, so then in here I like to go to watch hours. 23 this week, 28 the previous week, so makes sense since I've gotten a dip in views. So 28 the previous week, 23 this week, and then subscribers. All right, I got 5 subscribers the previous week, and then I got 6 this week. So a little bit of an uptick in subscribers. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'm excited about that. That's good news. So for those that are new and who have subscribed, thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. For those that have been rocking with me for a minute, thank you again for your loyalty to subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. So that's it. That's everything I like to compare. So, all right. Now, there are some things that I like to look at on here as well that I geek out on. So I will get out of comparison mode, and then I'll go into basically, I'll go into geography. All right, here is where everybody is tuning in from. We got United States on the top spot, Canada, India, Indonesia, United Kingdom, South Africa, Australia, Malaysia, New Zealand, Turkey. Thank you. Worldwide, baby. Worldwide. Alright. And then from there, I like to go into viewer age. And it is a nice, healthy spectrum of views from all different age groups. 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, and 55 to 64. Nice. Awesome. Oops. And then I like to look at gender. So this is pretty average. 70 to 80% typically tends to be male viewership versus female viewership. And then now I like going to operating system. I don't typically go to device type anymore, only because it's always mobile phone. So operating system has been battling back and forth between Android and iOS. I'm hoping that iOS at some point takes the top spot again. But this week, the previous week, I think it's 8 weeks in a row that Android's been on top. But let's see. Let's see if that's the case this week. And yep. And pretty close though. We got 1,700 views on Android, 1,300 on iOS. So yeah, there we are. And that's pretty much everything that I look at and I geek out. Now I did get a request to look at some of the other stuff based on video viewership, like retention, and let's see here. So if I go out of here and let's go to a video. Let's go to my top video. Alright, this is one of my top performing shorts. YouTube analytics, emotion roller coasters. These are my top performing content. So if I go to this video, this Christmas lights, I've gotten 32,000 views on it. I've gotten 246 watch hours just from that one video, 32 subscribers. But then there's reach. Let's look at this. So I've gotten 631,000 impressions based off that one video, 4.4% impression click-through rate. I don't know what that means, but anyway, this is all stuff that somebody asked me to share, so I thought it'd be cool to look at it. I wish I knew more about this stuff, so I could at least sound somewhat decent about it, but I feel like I'm just rambling. Anyway, super cool info. Engagement, let's go to that. So, like I said, 246 watch hours. Average view duration is very short. That is a short view of a video, like 27 seconds. That's like, then they're out. Is that what that means? That doesn't seem like, why? Just the first 27 seconds is what the people like on this video. That's super interesting. And then the audience, it's, yeah, I don't know. Wow, that's viewer, male, female. Top geographies, Indonesia, India. 99.7% of those watching that video are not subscribed. Just think, if each person that watched that video subscribed to the channel, I would be killing it to have 30,000 something subscribers. That's insane. So awesome looking at this stuff. Geeking out. That's so interesting. Alright, let's take another video. It's another popular video. Should I just go lifetime? Yeah, let's go lifetime. Another popular video. Let's go to this one. This one's gotten 6,000 views. Let's see here. Watch hours 204. Man, so a couple of my videos that's got me 25. So in 2 videos, I've gotten almost 100 subscribers just from 2 videos, which is pretty awesome. Let's go reach 72,000 impressions, 7% impression click-through rate, 6.4K views. So interesting. Super interesting. Engagement. So wow, 2 minutes average. So that video, at least average viewership was 2 minutes. So I did whatever this video was. It is me reviewing this little Insta360 Go camera. This is a fun little video to make. It's like one of my funnest little review videos that I did, and I must have kept it pretty engaging for people to stick around for 2 minutes, because the video is only, I think the video is only 5 minutes long, so almost half. I stuck around for almost half the video. All right, that's awesome. What about audience? Not subscribed, 99 still. Man, that's crazy. Biggest geographic, United States. Yeah. No gender, not enough demographics to show that. It's funny. Cool. Ah, this is fun. Diving into this kind of stuff. I've never really looked at this stuff before. Alright. What about this one? Oh, the Porsche dealership that I did, this little video. I've got no subscribers from it. It's 3,000 views. And reach 3,000 views. Engagement. Watch time. Average 15 seconds. That's good, because it's only a 16-second video. So that's good. That's good they stuck around for the entire thing. It's funny. Audience. No real info on that. Again, 99% not subscribed. So it tends to be a lot of people not subscribed that are watching the content that I'm creating. So fascinating. Alright, which makes sense, because they're pushing the video to people to get subscribers, so it makes sense that a lot of people that are watching it aren't typical people that have subscribed to the channel, so that makes sense. Anyway, it's super fascinating. I think I looked at enough. There's some more videos here. Maybe we'll look at those another time, but I think that's it. Let me get out of there. Let me shut that off. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much. See if anybody else is tuning into the. No. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the live. Greatly appreciate you. I'm not recommending that you watch the Ed Gein Story, because I don't like recommending movies to other people, because I have a weird palate when it comes to films. So I don't want to freak anybody out because I like weird stuff. So Yorgos is that dude is a phenomenal filmmaker. You know, he's done, Poor Things, Lobster, very interesting films. He has this new film coming out that I'm excited to see, which is Bologna, and it looks really, really good. Emma Stone's in it again. He works with Emma Stone quite often. So, all right, that's it. That's all I got. So thank you guys so much for coming along with me on this journey. Oh, I can share this with you guys. We are doing Inktober. I don't know if you guys ever done this or heard of it before, but we do Inktober at our work. So with Inktober there is a prompt. Let's just go in here. So Inktober. I can't blow that up. Thought I could blow this up bigger. Can't. Oh well. So here we go. So Inktober is something we do every year as a team. We go and we draw these. Different people have different ways of expressing their creativity. So some people are drawing, like I'm drawing. I drew last year. I'm drawing this year. And then some people are using photography as a form of expression. Other people are creating actual apps. Like we have this guy, Brennan, who's creating actual apps to these, which is really cool. But I'm drawing, so so therefore we started. First one was mustache. Here is my mustache. It's Inktober, the first series. I drew this little guy. And I'm not saying I'm an artist. By no means I can draw. I cannot draw. I suck at drawing, but this is fun to do these little drawings and try to create what's in your mind. But we have such talented Spencer's doing photos. So this Mackenzie is using stains from coffee to do expression of her creativity, which is really fun. So she said that looked like a duck to her, so she drew a mustache on the duck. Other people are really talented artists, like Myrna, she's a phenomenal drawer and artiste, so she did that. And then Robbie did this bad boy. Yusuf did this, and then he put it into AI. James is using playing cards and then using a highlighter and using a black light to show, which is a lot of fun too. Second one was weave. This is my terrible drawing of a weave. Other people took it to weaving a basket. Robbie was really funny. He said, "We've been tricked." That was kind of funny. And other ones doing weave lettering, spider web, weaving that together, singing a weaved chair. More weave hair stuff. But the second one that I did was a crown. So I did a vampire crown, gold crown on a tooth. So that's what I did for that. That was number 3. And then number 4, this is a fourth, it's murky. And so that's my murky drawing. Thought that was fun. But yeah, there's some cool ones in here too. Spencer's murky water photo. And then there's a turtle right there. A turtle. All right. Today's prompt is deer, so I'm gonna draw a deer after I get off my live here, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have, guys. Hopefully, I didn't bore any of you with this stuff, but cool. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and with that, I will catch you on. Let's see. I will catch you on the next one. Oh, let's get out of that. Yeah. I will catch you on the next one. Yeah. Here we go. Bye.